Hey everyone, Clay from Terminally Nerdy here, and yes, I look absolutely fabulous, don't judge. So, I'm bringing you a little update video, sort of a video Nerdsletter. If you're not familiar with my Nerdsletters, they're basically a way for me to do updates every week or so. I didn't do one this week, and I usually write them. They're usually written, and I post them in the community tab, so pay attention to the community tab. They're usually Saturday or Sunday, if I do one. But I didn't do one this week. But I wanted to get something out there because I've been doing some thinking. That's always a dangerous thing. Oh yes, this is the Choco Samurai. And there's going to be some slight changes to what I'm going to be doing on this channel, content going forward, stuff like that. And I just kind of want to go over everything. So first of all, there's going to be one more first impressions video, and then I'm basically going to be done with reviews and first impressions for the most part, and that's going to be on Chernobylite. It is unfortunately only going to be a first impression video because, like some games do, Chernobylite triggers motion sickness in me. It's great. I can, certain FPS games, I don't know what makes them do it, and I've never been able to figure it out over the couple of years that it's happened, will trigger motion sickness in me. Stuff like Doom 2016 will, Call of Duty and Modern Warfare do, but then Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite don't, but Bioshock 2 does. But Fallout 4 and all the Fallout games and Skyrim, they don't. I've never figured it out. It's just ridiculously stupid. And at this point, I'm going to be avoiding FPS games in the future because I asked for Chernobylite from the devs and the PR team, and they gave it to me, and now I'm like, I can play it for like an hour, and then next thing you know, I have to go lay down for 2 hours because I feel like I want to vomit my guts out and everything's trippy. It's a horrible, horrible thing, and I hate it, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. So it's sad because I actually really like the game. So there's a little preview. I actually really like the game. I just can't play it. So after that, we're kind of done with reviews and first impressions. So where does that leave the channel? Primarily Let's Plays. I do enjoy making Let's Plays. However, that's going to get a bit more focused. As I've realized, I have a problem with large-scale, long-term games. Anybody who knows me might recognize that I have a problem keeping my attention on long games. Unless they really grab me, I'm going to lose it. My attention span is going to waver at some point. It's rare that I can play a game for a very long period of time in one sitting or in one stretch. MMOs are one of those things, and that's probably because I play them generally with my wife. Like, I'm playing this right now by myself because I just wanted something in the background, and Final Fantasy XIV actually is something I enjoy playing. But generally, I'll play a game for about 20 to 30 hours, and then I'll fall off. It's not the game's fault. My brain just goes, okay, we're done with that. We've gotten what we wanted out of it. So, the Pokemon Nuzlocke will be Patreon only, and the episodes I have done are pretty much what's going to be done for that one. I can't bring myself to play it again. My brain's just like, no, I don't want to. I can't force myself to do it. Probably because I know it's going to take me like 40, 50 hours to finish it. Cyberpunk, I can only play that through GeForce Now, so that's, and I just am pissed off in general at CPDR because of everything that went around that game. So that one, whenever I'm done with the videos I've got, are done. And then Fallout, the Fallout stuff will be put on hiatus to be continued when I'm in the mood for Fallout. Because Fallout is a game where I get these moods where I want to play it, and then I'll play the crap out of it, and then I won't touch it for months. It's kind of like Path of Exile. So that's where that's going. Instead, what I intend to do is start focusing my energy on Let's Plays of indie games. So basically stuff like Prodigal, when I did the Prodigal one. I want to do indie games, and I want to do shorter games that I can finish in 15, 20 hours at most. I don't want to do like infinite games. I don't want to do open worldy long games. It's just not stuff I want to do for the channel. I want stuff that has beginning, middle, end. Man, he went down easy, but then again, he's 70 and I'm 75? Yeah, 75. So, the next Let's Play, which I'm going to start working on hopefully this weekend, that person's in a tank, is going to be Wildermyth. And I'm picked Wildermyth because I asked the devs for a key, they gave it to me, and I've put 50 hours into Wildermyth playing the story stuff. And I really like it, and I want to show it off. That one, thankfully, has defined runs, so I can play Wildermyth for... I think if I do a 3-chapter campaign, it'll probably take me about 6 to 8 hours, and then it'll be over. If I do a 5-chapter, I might hit 12 hours. So that is a thing with a definite beginning, middle, and end. So I'm hopefully going to start recording that this weekend. After that, I'm going to look up, smaller games. Metroidvanias, stuff like that. A lot of RPG and story-driven stuff. I'm going to focus on indies because I enjoy them. My computer is getting a bit older compared to most stuff, so playing, cutting-edge games is just not going to fly. And also, indies tend to be a bit cheaper, if I'm being honest. They're a bit more budget-friendly, and they don't get a lot of coverage. It's easy to find somebody playing Chernobylite. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Co-Carnage is playing Chernobylite. And that one's kind of an indie game-ish. I say ish because, they've got... Yeah, I know. I don't need the Poetics game. The other kind of content outside of the indie-focused short-form Let's Plays is going to be the Final Fantasy stuff. Yes, I got your stuff. And that I want to do... I have a whole spreadsheet. I will link it in the description box below if you want to look. Basically, I want to cover a video on every dungeon, Alliance raid, normal raid, and trial. I want to do videos that involve all of that. It basically just runs through each of them for those of you who want to see them. I don't want to do story content because I truly think... Did I rank up? I think I ranked up. Did I? Did I just rank up? That's the Heaven's Word stuff. Oh, shoots! I did! Cool. I'm not going to do that, because I don't want y'all to see that. That's for me. Yeah, reputations in Final Fantasy are really cool, because they have actual storylines that change the world around you. It's real neat. So they're actually worth doing. So let me go to the Stormblood one that I need to do. But, where is it? Tamasu. But yeah, so that's where content's going. It also helps with YouTube in general. So, and I know this is by talking to my buddy Turian Shepherd. So Turian does 2 primary things on his channel. Why? How? How are you on a Construct? I want Construct 7. I need to find out how to get that. Math boss. So Turian did a bunch of different stuff, and he's basically slowly focused his channel into 2 things. 100%ing Grand Theft Auto games, and he does, and adventure games. He plays stuff like Monkey Island, the Chicken Police is one he's been doing now, Gibbous, point-and-click adventure games, and that's all he does, and that's what his audience likes. And I've been kind of all over the place. I've done the Fallout, the Cyberpunk, I've done these random reviews of, like, JRPGs, and I am just all over the place. And it makes more sense to pick a game type that I can use for content, and then I can still play the games I want to play. And if I want to mention a game, like for instance I talked about Monster Hunter Stories 2, and I talked about that specifically in text, I can just do that. So that's what I'll do, is I'll use the community tab if I want to talk about some game I've been playing, or my nerds letters, stuff like that. You can still get my, mini reviews out of those. But by and large, videos are going to be either the Final Fantasy stuff, and that's just a project I want to do, and when I'm out of that stuff, I'm out of that stuff. And then the indie-focused Let's Plays. And speaking of the Let's Plays, if you have any indie games you want to see me tackle that are story-focused with a beginning, middle, and end, leave a comment. Let me know. There are hundreds of them, literally hundreds of them out there that I could tackle. And I just gotta frickin' get some info on them. Like, I'm gonna do Wildermyth, but then what? I don't know. I have to find stuff. Maybe I'll do mid-boss? Maybe? I don't know. Stuff like that. So, yeah. In other news, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to go over, really. Let's talk about Final Fantasy. This game is fantastic. We've been doing, my wife and I have been working on the Nier raids, and I'm not recording my first run through them because that is chaos incarnate. Those raids are freaking wild. Why did I do that? I need to smear him with goop. I need to get off this and smear him with goop. Enjoy your goop, sir. You've been bad, and you've been gooped. Like, if you want to see what I've been up to, I have an 80 Dancer, an 80 Red Mage, 75 Samurai. My healer class that I've chosen is going to be Scholar, and I'm probably going to play Gunbreaker for a tank. And if you really want to see what I've been up to, let me switch to, where is it, Dancer. I have my Dancer Relic weapon, full 535. This is what this thing looks like. This thing. And then if you missed it on my first one, you can't see it with this, but I actually have Blade's Temperance, although it looks like a blue rapier. And yes, I am in a pretty blue Nier outfit. No judgments. I look adorable and stabby. So, yeah, to say I've been putting in the effort here, I mean, if you know where this sword comes from, this required me to do stuff in Palace of the Dead, which my wife did with me, so we both have our super ridiculous glowy stuff. So yeah, I've been putting in a lot of work in this game, and and that's the thing, I like every minute of it. I encourage people, if they're looking for a good MMO that is going to respect their time, it's this. This is really, really good. Yeah, anything else? So I've put together my combat patrol. Pictures are on my Instagram. You can find my Instagram. I'll put a link to it in the description box if you really want to see it. Just stab it twice. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I don't care. I'm beyond strong for this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, suggest indie games. I already had Cranium Squirrel over on Twitter suggest West of Loathing, which I am familiar-ish with. I say ish, because like I know it's like a stick figure cowboy RPG weird thing, but I haven't really messed with it. Wildermyth is coming. Probably start that this weekend if I can, if I feel up to it. Work has really been nasty, and I've not been happy about it. So my energy levels when I have them are not great. But yeah, hopefully everyone's been doing well. Thank you for sticking around, you know. If you've been watching my videos, I appreciate that a lot. Every view is awesome. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. I'm going to focus the channel a bit harder. You know, focus on the kind of games that I want to play for this. And then the other stuff will just be for me. You know? And I'll probably just talk about those in the community tab. So pay attention to that tab too. I also like to post polls and random things in there. So where am I going for this? Pearls. No, it's underwater. That's fine. Alright. But yeah. Hope y'all are having a great week. And I will talk to you later. Make sure you check me out. All my socials and stuff are in the description box. My Patreon, etc. Patreon thing, while I only release 1 to 2 videos a week, Patreon gets them as I record them, and I tend to record in bulk. So, you know, if you want to actually see my videos as soon as you can, it would be through Patreon, because they just get Like, if I record 6 videos in one day, and I upload all 6 videos, they're getting a giant block of 6 videos. And then the rest of everybody just gets them parsed out slowly, so. But yeah, I will catch y'all later. I have a sheeps. Behold my sheeps. And, yeah, let me say bye. Lolly ho, everybody. Later.